This Netflix documentary will make you hate the patriarchy. In 2010, a woman and her 4-month-old son disappeared. This woman was already known to Brazil because the father of her child was Bruno, the goalkeeper on the largest soccer team in the country. However, Bruno had a different woman as his wife who said that at one point he had 7 affairs going on at once. He promised one woman, Elisa Samudio, that he would marry her. However, he broke up with her when she became pregnant and refused to get an abortion. She gave birth in February 2010, but Bruno still denied that the child was his. And that summer, she brought the baby to Bruno's property so he could meet his son for the first time. But she would never be seen again. There were several people partying on the property at that time, and they said that they saw the two negotiating child support payments. But Bruno and a few friends drove Elisa to a separate area with the intent to get her out of the way forever. Elisa and her baby were both reported missing. And when police searched Bruno's property, they found a few troubling items, including the child's burned photo album and several pieces of clothing, but no bodies. The baby was eventually located safe with Bruno's wife or one of his lovers, I forget, but Elisa was nowhere to be found. It wasn't until one of Bruno's cousins came forward that the police found out what really happened. According to him, the professional soccer player had one of his friends beat and then strangle the mother of his child. And to get rid of the body, they dismembered her and fed her to dogs. And Bruno went on to play a soccer game the very next day. Bruno, along with several other co-conspirators, was put on trial and received a sentence. While he didn't do the actual murder himself, Bruno was sentenced to 22 years in prison. And I believe the real murderer also got 22 years. I learned about this case through a documentary on Netflix, and if you like true crime documentaries, follow my account. However, he was released in 2017. You'd think his life would be ruined after this despicable act. No, he actually got signed to play again in 2017. And he's still actively playing and actively famous. A full-on murderer. The Netflix documentary An Invisible Victim outlines the case of Elisa Samudio. It goes over how Bruno's fame and sexism in society basically glossed over what he did to her, because he showed himself to be trash long before her murder. And this probably doesn't come as a surprise, but Bruno has never really even owned up to what he did. And if the world's not going to hold him accountable, then of course he's going to act like his violence against women is a minor character flaw. Their son, Bruno Samudio, also plays soccer, and in 2024, at the age of 14, he signed his first contract as a goalkeeper on what would have been his mother's 39th birthday. Elisa had so much of her life to live and didn't even get to see her son grow up. And her dismissal before and after her death serves as a stark reminder of how much a man can get away with if he's good at sports. An Invisible Victim is on Netflix with English subtitles and dubbing. I thought it was a great documentary and explained things really well, and if you like true crime, follow my account.